Good morning. So we have been doing a little bit different of a series today or this week, incorporating body fascia release, and then we went into anma release, and we did a lot, kind of everything building to work together. The first week, if you did some of the body release, you saw we really focused heavily on the rib cage and the underarms and a bit of the décolleté. This week we've gone in and we're really more addressing the neck, and we're going to be, when we're doing mid-face, a lot above the ears and the cheeks. So today's workout, we are really going to focus on this mid-face. Then we'll follow up doing some sections with the anma, and then we will follow up kind of securing all of this with microcurrent. So we're going to start with 3 minutes laying on our neck. So I'm going to be placing it right on the sternocleidomastoid. I'm going to go back to the occipital. I'm going to roll forward, and I'm just really kind of pressing in. And there's going to be a point where I say we're going to drag forward. So while we're pressing in on the floor, I'm going to say drag forward, and that you're just going to pull the tissue forward, and we're going to hold. And then I'm going to say drag back, and we're going to press, and we're going to pull back. And what this does is it starts to release the adhesions along the sternocleidomastoid. So we get the front adhesions and then the back adhesions. Then we're going to go and we're going to lay our face directly on the block on the cheek. And we want to line it up so the corner can come in and out, because we're going to be going in and out, really pressing that cheek tissue into the block. And then lastly, we're going to be placing it right on the temple. And again, we're going to roll forward and we're going to go roll back. And this really addresses a lot of the cranial areas for fascial release. And then we go in with the anma and we get a little bit more detailed. So this is a great 3-part workout. Each one is approximately probably 15 to 20 minutes when you're doing it properly. So let's go ahead. I'm going to adjust my camera and take it down. And then I'm going to have you guys follow suit. You can see my mat is right here. And I'm just going to start right now on my neck. And it's just lined up. And I'm going to get my trusty timer of 3 minutes. And this is really relaxing. And at any time you want to do this on a mattress, you can. You can choose to do it on the floor. You can choose to do it, in the comfort of your bed. It's wherever it works best for you. So I'm just on my side. My legs are bent. I'm really just relaxed, and I'm finding that space that I can start to dig into. So I'm really behind right in this area. And for me, I'm starting to pull that tissue where the sternocleidomastoid attaches to the occiput, and I'm pulling that tissue down as though I want to create space just in that connection. We're going to hold this location for about a minute, and while you're doing it, you can kind of roll around and find where it feels a little bit more tender and where you intuitively know you need more of a release. And if you feel so inclined, you can rock all the way forward. This is about your journey. It's finding where your adhesions are that makes your fascial journey unique. So coming forward, I'm just kind of feeling all of this. It feels actually amazing. And now I'm going to say slide forward. Now remember how that is. I'm just moving. I'm staying in the same position, my earring, but I'm moving forward. And now I'm moving this back, and this is freeing up all of the trapped fascia along that jawbone. And that's where a lot of fluid starts to collect, especially if you've had a facelift or you've had a neck lift. A lot of times those fascial adhesions impede the lymphatic flow, and you find that your face gets a little bit more red and ruddy. And while we're doing this, we want to continue our breath Taking a deep breath in through the belly and relaxing. And now we're going to just shift back into this area and see how that feels. Finding the space really just kind of goes deep in there. Find where it's beneficial for you around this zone. And now I want you to kind of move up. We're just going to go right on the cheek. And we're just going deep into that cheek. And you'll know where you need to linger because you'll just feel it. And it's surprisingly tender. It's kind of like we just don't think about it, but that tissue just gets sticky to the bone, and that's what pulls our face down flat. So as we go in, we just start to release all of this, realigning this tissue structure and the cells, creating space. You may find you want to roll forward slightly, sliding forward, kind of stretching that. Just kind of explore while keeping your breath. And you might want to roll back. Just staying focused right in that cheek region. You just don't realize all the tension we keep in here. You know, facial muscles are involuntary to emotion. So think of all the times you smiled when you haven't wanted to smile, or laugh when you wanted to cry. And fascia just traps all of that and stores it. And we're just working deep into this area. Got another minute. Just feel that area, relaxing the face, letting go of all of that. And now we're going to slide the block all the way to the temple area. And we're just going to place pressure right here. And it's really interesting just what pressure does. You know, we don't think about that just compression of an area can generate blood flow and release. So I'm kind of, you can see I'm kind of angling it and I'm holding and I'm kind of locking that block onto my skull and I'm pulling down as though I'm just trying to free up all the fascial adhesions along my skull. And this really does help the blood flow to the hair. Coming down. Just feels so good. Rolling over, coming up to the area. This is great if you have TMJ or any type of migraine issues. And you'll find the more that you do this, the deeper the block goes and the more you can address the fascia along the skull. You may find it's not too comfortable, but you're going to love the results when you're done. And then letting those bones resituate. And you may find if you ever want to hold this longer than 3 minutes, you can pause the video and hold longer. Everybody's going to be different. They're all going to have different sets of areas they want to focus on. All right, and that is 3 minutes. So I'm going to flip the camera over and go a little bit over here so you can see the other side. Oh. And we're going to start with the neck area. Put this over here, and you can see I'm right in the neck. Kind of laying in this area. And this is just a great, if you're an esthetician, this is a great one for the end of the day. I mean, just to release everything that you kind of got trapped. Going in and down. Holding. Now I'm going to slide forward. My ear hits it. Slide forward, working on those adhesions. And the fascia is just kind of a journey in itself, right? We just kind of find the location and the space. Going down. And when you find that spot, you just kind of hold it. Going back and forth. Moving forward. And kind of going around this area. Find your own little happy place that you feel like you're making a difference. I know this is particularly tender coming forward, kind of in that area. Makes my whole head, side of my skull, I can feel it. It's just kind of the sight pain of whatever deferred pain I feel. Having about another minute. This is just so good for your vertebrae and everything going in there. And when you need, take deep breaths, breathing, nourishing. Going in. Got 30 more seconds. Following through, finding any areas that feel like it needs stretching. Holding. And now let's go right up to the cheek area. We just start laying flat right on that cheek. You kind of roll around, seeking out what feels good, what feels right. Going back. All this area just gets so compressed. You know, if you've had threads before, or you have clients that have had the threads, you have all the fascial adhesions from those barbs, even though they've dissolved, they're still there. And just lifting up. Moving. And we got another minute left. Just finding that area. Lots of adhesions. In about 10 more seconds, we're going to move. And let's go right to the temple. Just kind of holding, pressing into that space. It's just so great for TMJ. Just breathe, inhale, exhale. Exhale. Just feeling how deep all that goes. Rocking. Got another minute and then we are done, and you'll move into the Anma routine that will be really beneficial to get you that lift of the mid-face that you're looking for. All right, we are done. If you want, you can lay back on your neck and kind of free up things, rocking back and forth, or you can run and do the Anma routine.